We are live and recording. Kathy, we have 125 attendees. So welcome everyone to IEEE Region 8 Virtual Students and Young Professionals Congress. This is day 1, session 2. I'm Adam Jastrzębski. I'm a treasurer of IEEE Region 8 and a member of the IEEE organizing team. It is my honor to introduce Kathy Land, IEEE President Elect. Kathy will take over the leadership of IEEE in 2021. So thank you very much for finding time to give this presentation. There will be time at the end, I hope, for some questions and answers. So if you want to ask any, please go to the bottom of your screen and click on Ask Questions and type your question there. Ines Inacio, who is a member of our young professional team, will moderate questions and answers. So please, Kathy, your stage.
All right, thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to present my screen, so let me just start this really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you today about what I think you might want to hear about, which is not my mission and vision. I'm going to talk to you about students and young professionals, which I think is a topic that's much more relevant. So again, I want to thank you for the opportunity to participate in the Region 8 Virtual Student and Young Professional Congress. I think it's just really great how you've been able to pivot to this virtual platform. I know you had big plans. I was presented with the original invitation last November to come and speak, so I'm really happy to be here. I do want to applaud all of you for your participation. It's my hope that by taking part in this event, that you'll gain some insight into what IEEE does and what it can do for you and what we might all accomplish together. And I'd also like to congratulate the organizers for putting together this dynamic program. So IEEE is unique in that our members create so much of the value in IEEE, whether it's writing papers, editing the journals, doing the publications, working to develop the standards, making policy visits to Washington, D.C. and other global capitals around the world. It's all done by volunteers and members. Our engaged and inspired members make IEEE unique and a respected voice in the world. It was my experience as a member that has encouraged me to devote my time and energy to IEEE. And I know that every volunteer I meet values being part of our technical professional community. The strength of IEEE is built from bottom up. Those who attend the local meetings, share their knowledge and experience, and help with the heavy lifting of coordinating and communicating IEEE activities are the ones who make IEEE strong. IEEE is centered on our members and volunteers who create the value of IEEE. They guide our organization's direction, allow IEEE to have a strong impact on the world, and guide our mission. And it's to support technology for the benefit of humanity. As the world's largest technical professional society, our members are vibrant. They're a diverse engineering and technological group of professionals who are committed to elevating their professional image, expanding their global network, and connecting with peers locally, and giving back to their community. Our members define technology state of the art. They educate, collaborate, and innovate. They develop and establish industry standards, and they leverage the power of technology to advance the human condition throughout the world. Our members join so they can connect with others to share ideas and obtain knowledge. And it's the next best thing. It's the best thing you can do for your career. It's the best thing I ever did. And my personal mission as an IEEE volunteer, regardless of the position that I'm holding within IEEE, has been to make IEEE the best place for technical professionals to engage. During my years of service with IEEE, I've had the great pleasure of interacting with and supporting our students and young professionals. I believe that students and young professionals are the key drivers of tomorrow's innovations and are integral to advancing technology for humanity, our mission. You are also an integral part of IEEE's core strength, and I want you to know that I'm personally committed to you. Your enthusiasm and sense of camaraderie help bolster our efforts to build strong partnerships and cooperation worldwide. IEEE Young Professionals, which encompasses all members from recent university graduates to experienced professionals and entrepreneurs, is a highly diverse international community of enthusiastic, dynamic, and innovative members and volunteers working to evaluate their career goals, polish their professional image, and create the building blocks of a lifelong and diverse professional network. I hope that as university students, you've had the opportunity to interact with your local IEEE student branch, which can help advance your education and get your career off to a good start. Participating in your student branch can help you develop leadership and interpersonal skills that are essential for building a rewarding career. Student members can also participate in regional conferences, workshops, and competitions, including student paper contests and scholarships. And IEEE is committed to empowering and inspiring this next generation of engineering and technology leaders. As technical professionals, we need to maintain currency in our disciplines and professions to remain relevant and competitive in what is becoming an increasingly dynamic and ever-changing environment. We all know, and it goes without saying, that IEEE's resources, its digital library, its conferences, the peer network, all help to keep us at our technical best. However, the data shows that today's employers seek out individuals and want to keep and promote individuals who can complement their hard skills with a complement of softer skills. So the recent data I found is pretty striking. It reflects that 72% of CEOs believe that soft skills are more important to the success of their business than hard skills, that 94% of recruiters believe that soft skills outweigh experience, and that 94% of recruiting professionals believe an employee with stronger soft skills has a better chance of being promoted to a leadership position than an employee with more years of experience but weaker soft skills. So it's not enough to merely know your field of interest or to be technically sharp. You must be able to work cooperatively, communicate your findings to others, and be creative in your efforts to solve problems and work as a team to move technology forward. To be successful in this challenging and ever-changing environment, our innovators and leaders need strong communication skills, teamwork, critical and analytical thinking, interpersonal skills, and a demonstrated work ethic. And this is where IEEE comes in. IEEE volunteer opportunities provide a natural, safe space for you to help develop your softer skill set. IEEE's opportunities originate in our strengths, our powerful, widely recognized brand, our technical leadership across a breadth of disciplines, our expanding societal and humanitarian reach, and global impact. One of the great choices I'm so glad I made was to become involved in IEEE. It helped define who I am, both personally and technically. And this is what I want to share, and this is why I became involved. When I saw how collaborative and how effective each person could be, how you can empower other volunteers and together collectively make positive changes to our profession, I never looked back. As students and young professionals, you may hold a different perspective regarding the value of membership and how you want to participate in our membership organization. At IEEE, we're always looking for opportunities to improve how we engage with our members and how we want you to take on the roles and responsibilities that matter to you. So if you have ideas, I want to hear from you. As technology continues to reshape the world we live in, the energy, innovation, and fresh perspectives you offer are essential. We are living in challenging times. There are shifts in workplace structures, moves to virtualized workplaces, more globalization, and the convergence of multiple and diverse fields of interest. And as our IEEE students and young professionals, you are leading in these cross-functional, cross-sector, cross-cultural initiatives. You are the true game changers. You have an important role to play in the success of IEEE, and there is a place for you in IEEE's leadership. What I found that is the power of IEEE is that you can share with other experts and collaborate across our global network. but you can also exercise and grow your leadership skills and abilities in a safe and mentoring local environment, an environment where mistakes are often seen as an opportunity to learn, where there's a focus on personal development, and the culture is beneficial to personal growth. You will be the leaders who will address technology's toughest challenges while building rewarding careers, the leaders whom others will follow and emulate. So IEEE brings together not only engineers, but technologists from the fields of computer sciences, information technology, physical science, biological and medical science, mathematics, technical communications, education management, and law and policy. This is important for everyone to remember. We're not just an engineering professional society. IEEE societies and local chapters create a culture of inquiry in which similar minds can bring diverse experiences, viewpoints, and perspectives together and bring forth truly wondrous accomplishments. These international communities help to facilitate cross-disciplinary collaboration and coordination to advance research and development of technologies to help improve the human condition. It's only through these continuous expansion of our fields of interest and the convergence of these fields of interest that we can strive to solve the world's greatest challenges. Our members, half of whom are outside the United States, are a diverse international community filled with technology professionals of every race, every creed, and every color. All are welcome, all are respected, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, religion, or gender. So we've been working across IEEE to make improvements in the area of diversity and inclusion. And it's important that each of you come to terms with why diversity and inclusion is important to you, that you define what it means to you. And it's important for each of you to communicate what you think of in terms of diversity and inclusion. It's important for you to understand this because from the research I've seen, millennials add another dimension to the diversity and inclusion definition. So the classic definition of diversity and inclusion refers to those characteristics that makes individuals unique, such as gender, race, age, and so forth, while inclusion refers to the behaviors and social norms that ensure people feel welcome. And this is a great definition and something of value for many organizations to strive for. And that's what IEEE is working on. But the research says that millennials, and there are several studies, and one most recently from Deloitte and the Billie Jean King Leadership Initiative, that show that people between the ages of 22 and 38 have an internal definition that is much different than that of Gen X or baby boomers. And that's people between 41 and 76. The studies show that this definition of diversity and inclusion is shifting across across generations, and that's a good thing. Today's younger generation views diversity as the blending of different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives as a necessary element for innovation. They use the word diversity as a requirement to overcome challenges to achieve goals. Inclusion is the support for a collaborative environment that values active engagement, open participation, and acceptance of differing opinions from individuals with differing ideas and perspectives that has a positive impact with transparent, engaging, and communicative leadership. So in a nutshell, today's young people view diversity and inclusion as a requirement for success. Inclusion also requires the acceptance of differing opinions and perspectives. This is particularly important within IEEE because we should always welcome new and challenging ideas from everyone. And it's my hope that the next generation of IEEE leadership, and I'm talking about you, can work to ensure that IEEE continues to support robust diversity of thought and that there continues to be room for conflicting yet collegial opinion. Diversity and inclusion should embrace both the classic definition, all should be included and feel welcome, and the newer millennial definition, representation and acceptance of diversity of thought. We live in a diverse world full of complex problems that will require an environment of collaboration with active and open engagement, the environment that only IEEE can provide. Please know you have my admiration and support as you work to build a culture that is diverse and inclusive, one where every individual's passion and commitment is represented, where they can feel engaged and empowered, and where we can all work together to support IEEE's mission to advance technology for humanity. It's important for you to all know that IEEE is here for you, especially during these uncertain times. When we were first faced with the global pandemic, IEEE rapidly moved from live events to hybrid and then fully virtual platforms so that our members and volunteers would be able to continue to support their collaborative endeavors. Both IEEE staff and volunteers quickly engaged creative solutions to mitigate the financial impacts, continued their major initiatives without disruption. And to give you some idea of the quick responses required, the conferences team and meetings management team increased video conferencing capabilities tenfold to meet immediate demands. It was quite a challenge. The IEEE Student Activities Committee started a new initiative in 2020 by establishing the Virtual Speakers Bureau, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, leveraging the IEEE Student Network to provide more opportunities for students and branches by pairing student branches with virtual speakers. I'm not sure about the overall success of the program. I do know that I've provided over 40 of these talks to student branches globally within the past year and have many more planned. I think from my own personal perspective, I think it's been a very good effort. I found the program easy to use, and it's just fantastic to be able to virtually visit and speak with so many of our student chapters, given all the travel constraints we have. And I hope it continues. The Young Professionals Micro-Volunteering Platform was expanded this year as well, and I'd like to encourage all of you to give it a try. It was developed in response to the need for more volunteer opportunities for students and young professionals. And although it was started to support only young professionals, it's been open now to all IEEE members. And I think this is also another great opportunity. Another way to engage is through the IEEE phone app and Collaboratech. If you've not tried either the phone app or Collaboratech, you should try them out. These are also a good way to stay connected and to see a comprehensive listing of all the virtual events. Staying current with knowledge is a prerequisite for being a professional. Having a broad range of skills and always being willing to add to those skills is critical for strong leadership and your continued professional success. IEEE delivers professional development opportunities and educational programs across the entire member lifecycle, starting with those just thinking about technology as a career choice to those actively studying, teaching, and practicing, or advocating for technology. I've listed just a few of these that I wanted to highlight. One of these is available from educational activities, and there's a new podcast series, IEEE Tech Talk, that will give you a chance to hear from some industry experts and innovators on the latest advancements in technology and engineering. Another way to keep current and to see a list of virtual events is the IEEE Virtual Events Calendar. You have to take your own education and career advancement in your own hands, stay current, and make a personal commitment to leverage IEEE resources to learn something new. And these are some great ways. So my years of membership at IEEE have reinforced to me the relevance and importance of professional associations. There's a significance in being part of a group of people with a shared purpose that goes beyond one's own personal interest and current career. Whether your focus is on aerospace or microwaves, computers, or nanotechnology, there's a community for you within IEEE. Within IEEE, you find like-minded people engaged in work of a similar nature. You'll also find different perspectives and approaches for tackling the grand challenges each of us encounters in our particular discipline. You'll find young women and men like yourselves just starting to explore their passions within our profession, active engineers currently working in industry, in government, in academia, people who are willing to share their knowledge with you. You'll find resources, professional and personal, that can aid you in attaining the advances you want to make within your field. You'll find all of this and much more that will be of value to you in your life and work. So that's all I have today. Thank you for your invitation. I'd like to encourage you to get involved, be active, whether it be in this professional association or another, humanitarian efforts, continue your education. The energy, innovation, and fresh perspectives you offer are essential in these changing times. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak today. And I'm going to stop sharing. And I hope that we have time for some questions. I don't know if I have enough time or not.
We have time for some questions. There is a question which has been answered already about recording of these sessions. Yes, they are all being recorded. So they will be available if you use the same link as you used for the connecting to this session. The second question is, what facilities are provided for participating in these useful IEEE programs? I'm not certain. Could the person who asked that question explain exactly what IEEE programs he meant or she meant here? Please add to the comment. I can't see that person. So maybe Kathy, maybe you will think what could mean. That's it.
What was the question again?
The question, if you
Are there any courses?
Yes, if you look at the bottom of your screen.
I see this one. Are there any courses that can be recommended for soft skills? Is that the question? That's the one I see.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay, so there are lots of courses. You can do a search in ILN for courses. What you can focus on are specific soft skills. So you need to pick a soft skill like team building or communication, writing, and then do a search on how to strengthen that specific soft skill. But there are lots of courses that are available on how to strengthen a specific soft skill. But some of the best soft skill development is done in volunteer leadership in IEEE. So my recommendation is, if you want to strengthen a whole series of soft skills, is get involved in, say, chapter leadership position or section leadership.
Thank you. I see no other comments here or questions, but I actually have one. I have been approached recently by people from Lebanon, and as a treasurer of Region 8, and there is a big crisis there, economical crisis. How could we help them? How could we help them in paying fees, dues, which are now half of a monthly salary of an engineer, a starting engineer? Is it any possibility of helping these people, Kathy?
So there is already something in place where you can get a hardship dues reduction. I think you'd have to go look through MGA and see how you do it. I know that, but there's also specifically, I'm working with Rabab Ward for Africa, for student members. There's a disparity. This isn't specifically relating to your question, but there's a disparity in what student members in Africa pay and what student members pay in other regions of the world with similar cost of living. So we're working on that. So that for Region 8 and for the dues, what that would have to do is come up through MGA as a petition or an item, because the dues are set yearly. I do know for this year that the annualized cost increase is not going through because of COVID. So normally there's like a 3 or 4% annualized cost increase, and that was not voted in through the board of directors because of the situation in the world. And that there's been a 2-year study on how to reduce dues overall for all members. And we're still looking at how to do a major dues reduction for all IEEE members. But the specific mechanisms, because I came up through technical activities, I've done significant volunteer work, but at the section level, not at the MGA level. So I don't know the mechanics of how to do like what you're asking me, because I came up through technical activities. And so my apologies.
I understand.
But it would have to come up through MGA.
Mm-hmm. I understand there are emails sent to MGA, and I hope the matter will be kind of resolved.
But if you send me an email, if you send me an email, yeah, if you send me an email with your concern and the specific question, then I'll certainly take it on and find an answer for you.
Oh, thank you very much, Kathy. I will do that. There is a question. If you click on the ask question at the bottom, Kathy, you will see those questions as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ask questions. Great. And there is a question here. Well, probably that's a similar question to what really we have. Why does an IEEE members have to pay before they can read paper journal? So why do we need to pay for reading paper journals?
Right. So because it would be great if we could get everything free, right? If you signed up and you got everything free because you were an IEEE member, but that's not how the revenue models work. So there's a cost for publication for some of them. Now, some of them you can get for free. If it's an open access journal, you get it for free. So we have a lot of open access articles and a lot of open access journals now that you can get for free. So you need to go out and look and see, because we're moving more and more to an open access model. So more and more of our technical papers, technical journals are free. Many are not, and a lot of stuff in our digital libraries costs money, but more and more are becoming free. And that's something we pushed for in a couple years, 2 or 3 years ago. I pushed for that when I was technical activities vice president, because we have to move to an open access model. One of the reasons was exactly that people don't want to pay to join, and then they don't want to pay for the articles.
Well, thank you very much, Kathy. I think we're run out of time. There is another question I will answer separately at the moment, because the session needs to finish now. So once again, thank you so much for taking your time to come to join our session and to present us a lot of very, very important facts, information about students and young professionals and how you see them in IEEE. So that's all for today for the session 2. We are now moving to session 3. So I'm closing that session now. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, everyone.